Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. As you have heard, I have turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We are about to go into some turbulent air, so please take your seat, make sure that your seatbelts are fastened, that your seats and trays are in their full upright position. Hang on to them hats and glasses because today's podcast could get rocky. Hey everybody, welcome to the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I am your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager with Grant Cardone. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a repeat customer, welcome back. First timers, thank you and welcome. What do we do on the Cardone Solutions Podcast? Well, it's quite simple. I'm going to go out into cyberspace. I'm going to find some of Grant Cardone's free content. 80% of what we do at Cardone Training Technologies is 100% free. So here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to take that free content that's floating out there. I'm going to organize it. I'm going to put some measurable action ideas on it. And it could be anything. It could be a blog we put up. It could be an article Grant wrote. It could be something out on the Twitter or an email that got sent out or something up on the gram or maybe even a TikTok every now and again. But I'm going to take it, dissect it, put some action ideas on it, and then give it back to you so that you can take it and then plug it into your sales and your business and your life and do what with it? Get some results. Okay? That's what we do on the Cardone Solutions Podcast. So once again, thank you so much for being here. First timers, welcome. If you've been doing it for a while, thank you so much for continuing to come back. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the Cardone Solutions Podcast so you don't miss an episode. Also, if it's benefiting you, then I promise you somebody else is going to get something from it. So make sure that you've shared this out into cyberspace with anybody that could benefit from it. Whether that's you tweeting it out, dropping it up on LinkedIn or Facebook, texting it to a friend. Hey, you got to hear this, right? If it helped you, I promise you it will help somebody else. And then last thing, feel free to leave me a review. Like, what are you getting out of it? How is it helping? Throw me some feedback. The podcast is for two people. Number one, me. Right? Helps me stay certain I'm having a blast doing it, but I want to make sure that the other person that I'm doing it for, which is you, the one listening right now, that I'm doing this for you. So I want to make sure that if you're listening, that you're actually getting something from it and that it's helping and benefiting you as well. So any suggestions you have, let me know. Throw me some stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's working? What's not? What can I do better? Let me know. Here to help. Here to serve. Okay. Who sponsors the Cardone Solutions Podcast? Great question. I'm glad you asked. The Cardone Solutions Podcast is brought to you by Grant Cardone's Phone Sales and Mastering Communication Workshop. This is going to be virtual, and it's only $49. Now, let me tell you what you're going to get for your $49 investment in you. You're going to get my buddy Steve Spray and my main man Jeff Bounds, and these two cats are going to talk to you about a couple different things. Increasing your appointment ratio by 300%. Could you even handle that many appointments? Would you like that problem? We're going to give it to you. We're going to give you that problem. Another problem we're going to give you is what you're going to do with all the extra money that you make because you're going to learn how to close objections like a pro. What about that problem? What about customers that actually call you back because your follow-up game is awesome sauce? We're going to give you that problem as well. How would you like the problem of people actually calling you back? That's a hard problem to deal with. I like that problem. That's a good problem to have. What about building out scripts and role play and the strategies, when to do it, how to do it, when not to do it, right? There's a time that you shouldn't role play. Did you know that? Okay, we're going to cover all of that in this workshop, okay? Bonus though, when you register through me at 310-777-0352 or email me out at david@grantcardone.com for tickets. It's only $49, by the way. Did I mention that? Yep, okay. You're already making sense of the money, right? It's no money at all. Technically, it's free, but we're going to throw in a bonus, which is the Tired of Missing Sales ebook. It's a $99 value. You're going to learn how to 10x your phone sales. You're going to learn why you're missing sales, okay, and there's reasons for it, right? More follow-up strategies, and then phone call strategies, okay? All of this for the low, low price of only $49. But wait, there's more. When you invest in yourself in this workshop, when you reserve a spot with me, we're going to cover how to handle incoming and outgoing calls, mastering virtual sales meetings, increasing appointments, role play strategies, scripts, fact-finding strategies, insider sales strategies of a $150 million empire, mastering objections like a pro, personal scripts and talk tracks from Grant, strategies to dominate all channels, multiple flows of income, okay, and then follow-up plans at work, okay? So to get on this, when is it? Let me tell you when it is. It's August 15th. It's a Saturday. It's going to be in the morning. So if you're someone who works on Saturdays, like most of us, okay, you won't miss anything because we're going to do it in the morning. Great way to start your day. So this is a live phone skills and communication workshop, Saturday, August 15th. For tickets, call 310-777-0352 or email david@grantcardone.com, and I'm happy to get you started, get you registered, take care of you. Now, on with the show. Remember earlier I told you this was going to get bumpy, rocky, turbulent? Okay, we're going to talk about 6 commitments that you must make to be successful. Okay, so if you're listening right now, let's just answer the question. Do you want to be successful? I mean, do you, if you're watching, raise your hand if you want to be successful. If you're driving the car, raise your hand if you want to be successful. Of course you do, right? But do you? Because in order to do it, in order to be it, you have 6 commitments that you must make. Okay? Would you agree that you and I, us, we're in this together, could always be better, stronger, smarter, more successful? Of course. And is it safe to say that it is the commitments that you make to yourself and your future self that will determine your level of growth? So now there are 6 commitments that Uncle G has laid out for us that you must make in order to be successful. And before we go into what the 6 are, because I know you can't wait to hear them, let's just talk about the word must. That word must means to be obliged to, should. It expresses necessity. So we're not talking about options. We're not talking about suggestions. Okay? If you want to have success in your life, or you want more success, maybe you have some success already, but what happens when you stop growing? So you want more success, then you have to, you must be committed to the following 6 things. Number 1, greatness. 2, learning. 3, doing what works best for your success, not what's easiest. That's juicy. 4, an open mind. 5, bigger think. 6, your legacy. Okay, so I will read those again. But the first action idea, your first little piece of homework or assignment to do, to really dial these in, is this. Of the 6, which one had you never really thought of before? And now, right, or how, now that you think of it, come to think of it, does that change your perception of what success really means to you? So these are the 6 commitments: greatness, learning, doing what works best for you, not what's easiest, an open mind, bigger think, your legacy. Which one of those, when I'm rattling them off, you're like, oh, I hadn't really thought about it like, Okay? Which one got the Okay? You see, everything you want to have success in will always tie to your level of commitment. Let me say that again. Everything you want to have success in ties into your level of commitment. So think about something you would like to be successful in that you are not yet. What's your level of commitment? What are the requirements from commitment? Because commitment, this is what Grant says, commitment requires time and money. So then the question you get to ask next, it's pretty obvious, right? How much time and money have you invested in those 6 commitments? So if you're taking notes, what was action idea number 1? What are we doing? Which one of the 6 had you never really thought of before? And how does that change your perception of success? So the second action idea is to list out the 6 again, but then put an actual dollar amount and time invested stamp on each one. So, how much time and money have you invested in being great at your profession? How much time and money have you invested in being great at your profession? How much time and money have you invested in learning about your profession and your industry? How much time and money have you invested in putting in the work, the grind, getting after it? How much time and money have you invested in expanding and opening your mind? How much time and money have you invested in thinking bigger, expanding your think? And how much time and money have you invested in your legacy? I told you it was going to get rocky. So that gets us to action idea number 3. When was the last time you were fully committed to the 6? When was the last time you were fully committed to these 6? And I want you to go back as far as you need to. Because I promise you, at some point, you have been all in on every one of these. You know I'm right, don't you? Yeah, okay. So, but think about it. When was the last time you were fully committed to these? Now, another commitment you want to take on, especially if you want to fund and have the time for these 6 commitments. You know where I'm going with this already, don't you? You need to make more money. You need to increase your income because time is money. I hope your seatbelt's still on. So when I was selling cars, this is an interesting story. We were in a sales meeting, and one of the managers was going around the room asking all the sales guys what they would buy if they had $1 million. This was probably like 2005. Now, most of the guys in that room couldn't even fathom having that kind of money, which is really not a lot. Let's be honest. But it was so beyond their scope that they start coming up with just outlandish ideas that it sounded more like an episode of MTV Cribs and not a sales meeting. So when the manager gets up to me and he's like, "What would you do with $1 million?" I said, "Time. I'd buy time." Whole room got silent. It was like that moment, like when the needle comes off the record, and it looks at me like I'm nuts. How much time would you buy? Where are you going to get the money, and what would you do with your time? Could you see yourself putting in the work? Can you see yourself doing what works best for you, what works best for your success, not what's easiest? That might be the hardest part. Are you going to need some help doing that? I know I do. And I work here. So, would you like us to help you? Would you like us to help you achieve that right now? I mean, this is an opportunity for you to change your life for the better. And then literally start opening up the door to wealth. I'm not talking about being rich. $1 million, 10 million, that's rich. Let's talk about wealth. Our job literally here, why we're here, our mission, is we want to help you create more opportunities. which then allow you to achieve even more success. You're successful right now. You have made it this far. But have you arrived? How much further would you like to go? What are you truly capable of? I mean, are you operating at your full potential right now? Is it time to recommit? So one of the ways, there's a lot of ways we can help you right now. But one of the ways that we can help is by getting you on Grant Cardone's 10X income system. Would you like to know creative ways in which you can increase your income, your primary income? And then how do you feel about having like multiple flows of income? So if one dries up, it's okay because, right, I talked about this last week. Do you know all the different ways to like build a pipeline? There's more than one. Those have multiple flows too. When will you get your money to work for you? Okay, instead of you working for the money. What will you do when you have the data about how the 1% grows their wealth? What will you do with that information? So if you've been putting this off, self-improvement, recommitment, don't procrastinate anymore. You don't have to procrastinate anymore at all. You need to start something. Anything. First of all, start by making the 6 commitments. And then you got to make them again maybe later on this afternoon. Maybe you need to make them again before you go to bed. And you got to make them when you get up in the morning. And then every day, all day, every day. Okay? Tomorrow and every other day. And then I'd like you to do one of the following. You can get quarterly access to the 10X income system for $297 a quarter. Or when you decide on 12 months of access to the 10X income system, it's $997. That saves you $191. And if you need to for now, there is special pricing on Cardone University that's even less than that because you're here. You're with us. You're listening. You're paying attention. You're literally looking for ways to implement the commitments. And we always want to reward commitment. So head on over to cardonesolutions.com/10x your income so you can get registered for that. Or if we're going to do Cardone University instead, cardonesolutions.com/Cardone U free. That's right. I can get 2 weeks free access for you right now. Just because you showed up to the podcast. cardonesolutions.com/Cardone, the letter U, the word free. Okay? But I'm going to leave you with action idea number 4. Who do you lead? Who do you lead? We all lead somebody. You lead yourself for one, and you do lead others. I don't care what your name tag says. I don't care what your business card says. I don't care what desk you sit in or what cubicle in the office you're in. You are a leader. So as a leader, that is another position you have. In your business, in your company, in your family life, at your church, you're a leader. And someone right now, whether you know it or not, is literally looking to you for guidance. So I want you to go back over the 6 one more time. Hopefully you've written them down already. If not, enjoy the rewind button. Okay? Go back over the 6 one more time, and I want you to go back over them. This is action idea number 4. From the perspective of a leader, the leader that you are. So what kind of example? What kind of example are you now? And what kind of example will you be to yourself and to others? Man, I told you it was going to get rocky. Told you it would be turbulent. I shook your tree, didn't I? You all right? Okay. So you got some choices to make. Are you going to do Cardone University? You're going to get on the 10X income system. Anything I can do to help with that. So if you want to do the 10X income system, you're going to pop over to cardonesolutions.com/10X your income. Okay. You want to do Cardone U for 2 weeks. It's free. It's on us. Okay. cardonesolutions.com/Cardone, the letter U, the word free. Cardone U free. cardonesolutions.com/Cardone U free. Should I say it one more time? No, you got it. Okay. Now, if I can help you, when I was talking about our phone workshop, I dropped my phone number and my email address, 310-777-0352 or david@grantcardone.com. You need to talk some of this stuff out. You need a little bit of help. Okay. I'm your guy. That's what we're here for. Okay. Feel free to reach out at any time. This has been another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I will leave you with the words of Grant Cardone, especially after this one, is be great, because nothing else pays. See you soon.